Okay, hi. It's really hard not to look at myself in the thing. I'm Chuck. I guess that's technically a nickname, but I've never really had a nickname before, so I'm just gonna go with it. I am a recently 23-year-old grad student. I'm studying screenwriting, so writing for like TV and film. It's what I wanted to do my whole life. Not necessarily the writing part, but film. I have been making movies, movies since I can remember, like as early as like 5 years old, which is absolutely insane. Thinking that it's 18 years later. It's a full-edged legal human adult, again air quotes, later, and I'm finally doing it. I'm finally doing what I want to do. God, do I want to just jump right in? I'm gonna jump right in. So, yeah. I've had a hell of a year. I got used by who knows how many people. My dad got cancer. My dad has been going through like treatments and stuff, like chemo, radiation, surgery, like all kinds of just horrendous bullshit all year. And up until recently, I was able to, go down and visit my parents where they live every so often, like pretty regularly to help out, watch the house, watch the dog, and whatever, because they had to go out of town for his treatments for a while. And then August 1st, I get a call from my local film school, which I have been trying to get into for 7 years. And they're like, hey, you know how you applied, for the third time, and we put you on the wait list for the second time, and we told you that there probably wasn't a chance of you getting in this year? Yeah, JK, we have a spot, and class starts in 3 weeks. What do you think? So, of course, I was like, can I call my dad and call you back? And they were like, yeah. And so I called him and I was like, Bob, you're not gonna fucking believe this. My parents were both on the phone and they started screaming and crying, and like everybody was like super emotional, and it was crazy. But, of course they were like, listen, like we'll figure it out, So call them back and accept right now. So I did. And the woman who had called me, she was part of the interview committee the last 2 years that I've applied, and she's actually like in charge of my program, or she's like one of the teachers in my program. I'm still not really sure, but we've been in contact on and off the last couple years through the application process. And she said, first she said she was super excited that I was going to be part of the program, but then she was like, you know what, like I kind of expected you to cry. And I was like, yeah, I got it all out on the phone with my parents, so don't worry about it. But yeah, so that was August 1st that I got that call. 3 weeks later, I had orientation, and then on the first day of class, I got mono. Not for the first time, but for the second time. Like, what? Apparently, like, once you get it, like, the virus just stays in your body, and it can be reactivated in certain situations. So, like, I don't know, extreme stress. So that was a wild start to the semester for me. I missed the entire first week of classes, and just to put that into perspective, let me explain. I am enrolled in 12 classes. That's not credit hours, that's classes. We have 13 hours of classes a day, 5 days a week, and then every Saturday for the last 6 weeks, we've been expected to each film like roughly a 2-minute short film every weekend. So my group, it's groups of 4. My group, we've tended to film every Saturday, just all day, so that's like another 12-hour day. And then Sunday, we spend all day doing homework and editing our footage and like blah, blah, blah. And I don't know how I'm alive. Like, I truly have no idea. And, on top of all of that, like, I have mental health stuff, which I'll get into maybe in another video. I don't know. I've been dealing with that all year, medication changes and coping strategies and, kicking unhealthy behaviors to the curb, etc. I actually haven't been able to see my psychiatrist since January because I wasn't a student at that college anymore. And now that I am, I was finally able to be like, hey, can I please come see you? I'm stressed. And so I actually got to see her today for the first time all year. And I like told her all about my year, and you know, I filled out this little form. They make you fill out this form and like rate all these different aspects of like your depression and your anxiety. And, you know, it was horrendous today. Like I was about as far to the right as you could get. Like I've been, you know, I'm managing, but I haven't been doing so hot. Justifiably so. Like I'm dealing with a lot, but you know, I needed the appointment. So, you know, I go in thinking like she's gonna be like, you know, she's gonna dunk on me for not being on medication, but she kind of surprised me. You know, she said that she was really impressed with like how much progress I've made on my own, and that was like really bizarre and also validating to hear. Yeah, it was really cool. Like I've never had that experience before where like somebody acknowledges just how much work I've like put into myself and my growth. So that was great. But you know, obviously we covered like the hard stuff, and you know, it was like, listen, like I've been doing great, but like all of that other stuff and now grad school, like it's too much. And this isn't even all of it. Like some of it's just a little personal, and I you know, I don't want to like put anybody on blast. Oh man, I'm also like figuring out my faith. That's been a wild ride so far. It was like really slow all year, and in the last like week or two, I'm like picking up the pace, and I'm feeling like amazing and confused and stressed and scared and in awe of it all, and it's just wild. But that's gonna be another video. But anyway, considering all of that, like I've managed, but I need help. I need, you know, I need medication. Some people just need medication. You know, I have a literal chemical imbalance in my brain, and again, I'll get to that later. Got my little sample baggie because she wanted me to be able to start as soon as tomorrow. Getting back on my old medication. You know, it's gonna help me like with my mood, the depression, the anxiety, etc. Fill in the blank. I'm excited because I know that it worked for me in the past, and I'm hoping that I don't have the problem I had earlier this year where it stopped working randomly. That wasn't super fun. Sorry, I keep looking at myself and not the lens. I'm hoping that that doesn't happen. Here's to being optimistic. I am a new person. I am scared too. Because I remember the side effects being not super great. But yeah, I just kind of wanted to like talk about that. This was fun. And also, I look really good on camera now. Like 3 years ago, So, I will be back. We're gonna talk. It's gonna be great. It's probably just gonna be like a little video diary thing, you know? Like, I don't know. I don't know if anyone's watching this. We'll see. But yeah, we're also about to go into the production cycle for our first films in film school, and that's like insane to me. So I'll probably maybe use this to kind of like work through my shit, because I know that I'm gonna go insane. Okay, anyway. That's me signing off.